Hi everyone, welcome back to Check the Technique. Today we're going to be covering 100 Bullets. Now, Brian Azzarello, Eduardo Rizzo, probably one of the greatest team-ups of all time. However, I'm not going to be focusing on them today. I'm going to return to 100 Bullets eventually, but I want to point out one person's work in particular today, given what we're going to be discussing, in that... Let's see, where the hell is it? Grant Goleash did the early work, and I want to point this out because eventually I think it's going to change. So, I want to say this is a really good editing work. Like, see this page right here? Check out the coloring in this. See? Flashback. So it's all black and white, gray tonish. Except for this. One color with like some gradient work going on in here. But go to the next page. And you have very similar colors. It's basically everything's either yellow, orange, and it seems to go from very light at the top, desaturated, more saturation, more saturation, more saturation, deep saturation, and it changes. Like, it's not all consistent, but this is the way it goes. Now, let's flip around, flip around, flip around. Let's see. Let's check out more Grant Goleash. You have pretty much the same deal in that you have very limited color palette. Everything is very similar. Like, the reds are all pretty consistent. I think this is the only blue aside from like some purple in here, but this is how you do neo-noir. Now, I want to bring someone else into the conversation because I think the coloring on the first two volumes of 100 Bullets informed how things went from there, because to the best of my knowledge, it went from Grant Goleash to Patricia Mulvihill, which I want to say was an improvement, just because the palette changed, the lighting changed. So you're seeing a very similar technique than before, but you're seeing more tones. You're seeing like lighting effects. You're seeing very inspired color palette things, and that are playing off of each other. And there's still the sense of like consistent color all the way down, and like, this is probably one of the best stories in 100 Bullets. Very early on, my personal favorite is Counterfeit Detective, but the reason why I'm bringing up coloring this week is, you'll see in a few minutes, like, it's carrying you forward. Coloring has a way of, if you keep it all too consistent, it flattens it out. However, when you do stuff like this, where like this whole section is lit the same way, this one's by itself, this one carries into this, it works in terms of flow. And by not having it consistent color, you're creating movement. So I don't know for sure how they do it. It could be drawn by hand, or it could be a simple gradient, like radial. I'd love to know, but I just love this style, this like neo-noir, very vibrant, because like there is a difference in vibrancy from before, but like this is why color matters.